If you're anything like me, you've been obsessed with Stephen King's It ever since you first saw that creepy clown Pennywise lurking in the sewers. I mean, those movies gave me nightmares for weeks, but in the best way possible. Today we are diving into something super cool, the new prequel series, It Welcome to Derry. This show's got all the chills, thrills, and that classic King vibe, but it's set way back in the 60s before the Losers Club even knew what hit them. I'm gonna share some of the most interesting facts about it that I dug up from IMDb articles and a bunch of other spots. These are the ones that really stick with you, the kind of that make you go, whoa, I didn't know that. And don't worry, I'm keeping it simple. No deep dives into complicated theories, just fun trivia that will make you appreciate the show even more. Grab your popcorn or maybe a red balloon if you're feeling brave, and let's enjoy cinema.
Down with the clown.
First off, let's talk about what this series is all about. It Welcome to Derry is basically the backstory to the It movies we all know and love. It's set in 1962 in that cursed town of Derry, Maine, where bad stuff just keeps happening every 27 years or so. The show follows a group of kids, Teddy, Phil, Lily, and Ronnie, who start investigating missing children and all these weird events popping up. At the same time, you've got Major Leroy Hanlon, who's this Air Force pilot moving to town with his family, and he's dealing with some seriously dark secrets in Derry. It's not just horror, it shines a light on stuff like racism and small town fears back in the day. What makes it interesting is how it expands on the It universe without feeling like a cash grab. It's already got people buzzing because it feels like a natural extension of the movies. One of the coolest things is Bill Skarsgård coming back as Pennywise. Yeah, the same guy who scared the crap out of us in the 2017 and 2019 films. But get this, he was actually hesitant to reprise the role at first. According to director Andy Muschietti, Bill had been playing a lot of dark, heavy characters, and it was taking a toll on him. He didn't want to dive back into that creepy clown makeup. But what hooked him was the chance to explore Pennywise's origins more, like his human side as Bob Gray. Bill even became an executive producer on the show because he got so invested. That's dedication, right? And speaking of the director Andy Muschietti, the same dude who helmed the It movies, is directing the pilot and overseeing the whole thing with his sister Barbara as a producer. Stephen King himself gave it a thumbs up, calling Derry Maine's most haunted city and saying he's excited for more stories there. He even joked about red balloons all around. If the King of Horror approves, you know it's gotta be good.
Fear. It settles on every living person it touches like a fog.
Now let's get into the cast because there are some fresh faces that brings a lot to the table. Joan Adepo plays Major Leroy Hanlon, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because he's the grandfather of Mike Hanlon from the It movies. You know, the librarian guy who stays in Derry and documents all the town's horrors. Adepo's performance is intense. He's this war hero trying to settle down, but Derry's got other plans. His wife is played by Taylor Page, and their young son Will is who grows up to be Mike's dad. Then there is the kids, Michael Karim Fiedler as Teddy, who's got this curious, almost Stan Uris vibe. More on that in a sec. The show's got a mix of new talent and some nods to the original, but it's not relying on cameos, it's building its own world. What really blows my mind are all the connections to Stephen King's bigger universe. This isn't just an It prequel, it's like a getaway to his world multiverse. For starters, there is Dick Hallorann, yeah, the same guy from The Shining. In the show, he is a younger version played by someone new, and he's buddies with Leroy Hanlon. They even co-found this place called the Black Spot, which is a safe hangout for black folks in town. But it gets torched in a racist attack. That's straight from King's It novel. and it ties into Hallorann's psychic shine abilities that we see in The Shining and Doctor Sleep. It's wild how King weaves these threads together. And the Easter eggs? Oh man, the pilot episode is packed with them. Take the turtles. They are everywhere and not by accident. There's a school mascot called Brett the Turtle, a sign about ducking and covering for nukes, and even a little turtle charm from a cracked jack box that a kid trades. In King's World, turtles represent Maturin, this ancient cosmic being from the Dark Tower series who's basically Pennywise's arch-nemesis. Maturin created the universe and is one of the guardians of the beam. So when a character says turtles are lucky, it's a huge wink to fans. Then there is the Paul Bunyan statue. In the show, there is building this big statue and there are billboards and newspapers articles hyping it up. If you read the book or seen It Chapter 2, you know Pennywise brings that thing to life to terrorize Richie Tozier. Seeing it in its innocent face here is such a cool setup. Another one I love is the graffiti in the school bathroom. It's got Alvin Marsh in heart. Alvin's the abusive dad of Beverly Marsh from the Losers Club. It's a subtle hint at the cycle of abuse in Derry. Don't forget Juniper Hill Asylum. One of the characters, Lily, has a backstory tied to it. She spent time there after her dad's death. This place shows up in tons of King stories, like where Henry Barrows ends up in It Chapter 2. And Lily's story with her father, it's a nod to King's short story The Mangler about a possessed laundry machine. Creepy, right? There's also a Shawshank State Prison bus rolling through town straight from the Shawshank Redemption. And the Capitol Theater is screening Carrie as its last show, which is King's first novel. Speaking of the town itself, Derry feels alive in this series. You've got spots like Jade Orient Restaurant, King's Pharmacy, and Nan's Luncheonette, all pulled from the books and movies. There is even a meteorite reference tied to how Pennywise first crashed into Earth way back when. And in the library, where the kids do their research, you spot names like Clint Barrows in old articles linking to the bully Henry Barrows family. The show's not just about scares, it digs into real issues, like the racism Leroy faces as a black veteran in a mostly white town. It's based on King's interludes in the novel about Derry's history, showing how evil like Pennywise feeds off human hatred. That's what makes it useful. It reminds us that horror isn't always supernatural. Sometimes it's the people around us. Wrapping this up, It Welcome to Derry is shaping up to be a must-watch for any King fan. It's got heart, horror, and heaps of hidden gems that reward rewatches. If you haven't checked it out yet, stream it on HBO. The first episode alone will hook you. What's your favorite fact from this? Drop it in the comments, and if you like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more deep dives like this. Thanks for watching, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next one.